Greetings, everyone, from Sacramento. The Kings playing host to a Western Conference affair here in the capital of California. The NBA on 2K Sports. Thanks for joining us this Sunday afternoon. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony as well as Brent Barry. And we'll be catching up a bit from the sideline with David Aldridge. And, of course, Klay Thompson. We'll see him getting used to his new team, the Houston Rockets, in this one.
And speaking of the trade, I spoke to him earlier, and, man, was he excited about getting the opportunity at a fresh start. He thinks he'll be able to get them to that next level, and I'm sure that's what their thought process was when they made the deal.
And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here's Dumars, and the layup is good.
That's just a good look from Klay as his teammate was open.
And it's Sacramento's ball. With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, the Kings head coach gave me a few minutes. Front of mine tonight, Jarrett Allen, the outstanding center. They were telling me how Allen does so much out there, particularly on defense. They said Jarrett is an incredible rim protector. When he's on the floor, they'll avoid driving the paint. Jarrett Allen looming large down low, guys.
Thanks, David. Here's Smith. Pocket 6. Pass to Thompson. And a miss there on the triple. Quick start for the Kings in this one. 4-point game. Out to DeRozan. Over Thompson. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
always blessed with a great shot selection. DeRozan really good at taking what he sees out there on the floor.
Now in the later stages of his career, Greg, DeMar DeRozan continues to be a master from the mid-range.
Kevin, we all know he loves that area of the floor. And what makes him so effective, the footwork. He's so good at backing guys down and creating space to get that jumper off.
In the corner, it's Levine. Kings moving the ball around. Murray, no good.
Well, he creates such a great opportunity right at the rim, and he just away.
Rocketing off the deck. Thompson showing that youthful exuberance.
And here now the Kings. Levine looking around. The kick out to Sabonis. A three-pointer off the mark.
I'm not sure how he finds himself in so much space there. He's kicking himself or whiffing a bit on that one.
And, you know, the more you watch Smith, the more you marvel at his feel for the game.
Stolen by Dumars. From deep. DeMar DeRozan grabs the board. Here's Sacramento. And it's Houston on the break. And Thompson gets it to go.
Don't underestimate the physicality Thompson has. He's much more than an outside shooter.
The kick out to Sabonis. Michael Jordan on the wing. He's been a factor in their offense on most nights with his scoring average at nearly 16 points a game.
Well, Jordan's jumper is just pure, especially at that range.
Jordan with the steal. Pass to Murray. Back to Jordan. Screen by Sabonis. Shot clock at 6. The shot by Jordan, no good.
Well, he's a guy that count on.
Wow. Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
But confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself.
And you see how fast Smith leaks out. He loves running in the open floor.
Driving inside. Right side, Dumars. And it's sent back by Sabonis. And here we go. Fast break. Jordan's got it. And it's Murray with the jam.
Powering that one down. Murray saw a chance to go for it and took it.
Pass to Allen. Here's Smith. A three ball. That one no good. 17 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Screen by Sabonis. DeRozan in the corner. The three. The shot that time not on target. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Houston on top. They finish off the first quarter on a 12-4 run. Live from Golden One Center. You're watching 2K Sports. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even so far in the scoreboard. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Rockets.
A huge part of their offense, pushing the ball, looking for fast break opportunities. Always a good idea.
And they've sort of assumed control of this game with their pressure defensively. They've been into the ball handler. They've done a great job of swarming. So they're creating some turnovers that they're capitalizing on.
And the accelerated release from DeRozan gave him the upper hand there.
Brent, Domantas Sabonis is truly a player you can run an offense through.
Yeah, he's a guy that you can basically put anywhere on the floor, and all of a sudden good things are going to happen, whether he's playing out of the post and dealing with double teams, or he's at the top of the key, able to read the defense, using his vision and his ability as a big to drive the basketball. Domantas, one of the better playmaking fives that we have in the NBA.
We know the 90s were a different era, Greg. Either win the game or win the fight. Remember that? Do you miss that physicality?
Well, I will say, Kevin, it made for some great stories, but I don't think we're missing much without all the extracurriculars. And I think we have a beautiful game now.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Domantas Sabonis set the longest double-double streak in over half a century last season with 61 straight double-doubles. He said, "It's awesome to be mentioned with the greats. It's my job as a big man to get rebounds and to finish. At the end of the day, just out there to win." Kevin?
Thank you, David. That double-double streak was a blast to watch. Historic in so many ways.
And that size and versatility make Jared Allen so hard to defend.
Dumars with it. He's picked up by Jordan. Thompson outside. There's the drive. Houston needs to get a shot up. Thompson for the triple. Rebound by Murray. Stolen by Allen. And there's the foul. It's on Keegan Murray. That's foul number 2 for him.
This is one where the second foul is probably going to cost you some minutes in this game.
Smith for 3. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson. Smith's got the lead up to 6 now for Houston.
Supreme confidence. Smith really stretches the floor with his ability to shoot.
And that one drops. DeRozan's got 7.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Hey, Greg, one thing that the Kings have had work for them over the last few seasons is their depth.
And have made some shrewd moves to fill out their bench. Got great contributions from their 6 through 10 players. It's been
oh my goodness, the creativity, the athleticism of Michael Jordan.
Outside Dumars. The screen from Thompson. On the wing, Thompson. And he banks in the layup. Thompson's got his second bucket of the night.
We see this night in and night out. Thompson uses his size and elevation to make tough shots in the paint.
Good ball movement here by the Kings. DeRozan in the corner. Outside for Murray. And the 3 off target.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from 3-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
On its way from DeRozan for 2. It's rebounded by Houston. And timeout is called by Ime Udoka. He wants a minute here to get things straightened out with his team. Houston making some changes. .121 left to play here in the half. Pass to Bane. Here's Aldama. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
A solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. And here is Bane. Hands it from downtown. Bane's got himself on the board with 3 there.
This is why you got to stay up on Bane or pay the price.
And there's the whistle. That goes on Chris Dunn. That's his first foul. On defense, Houston. They lead by 8. That's the biggest of the game.
and anytime you go cross-court, there's some risk involved. Not at all surprised that one was stolen.
Yeah, he's going to knock that down if you give it to him. Uncompetitive there defensively.
The defense also looking defeated. The lack of hustle is driving the coaching staff a little bit batty right now.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first.
In for your Kings.
There's 37 seconds left in the first half. Here's Sacramento. Now Fultz. The kick out to Crowder. Back to Fultz. Lets the three fly. And Jay Crowder hits the three. Crowder's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's a screen by Aldama. Fires the three. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Aldama's got the lead back up to 10 now for the Rockets. Outside Crowder. The putback. And that would have counted, but his shot was off the mark this time. And we finished one half of basketball. Houston on top. They're up by 10. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow right here on 2K Sports. And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. Rockets leading by 10. Done with it. Still without a basket. Kept alive to the right side. Outside Dumars. Over Monk. Dumars misses. And it's the Kings with the ball. GA, if you look back at the Rockets' history, so many all-time greats have spent time there.
Yeah, it's an impressive list, right? Olajuwon, Moses Malone, Calvin Murphy, and Harden. Houston's well represented in the Hall of Fame.
On the clock, the Kings need to get off a shot here. Fultz. No good on that one. Nice D from Dumars. From the stripe. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. And the Rockets lead by 12.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the Flames.
Yeah, he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento. Both teams deciding to change it up.
Your number 1-6 Crew Dance Team.
And a minute played as the second half gets going. The Kings trail by 12. And here is Jordan. Tries again. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Sabonis has got 5 now.
And Sabonis with the reward there for the hustle, picking up the scraps.
Here's Dunn. Adams outside. And here's Dumars outside. That doesn't go either for Dumars.
Even if you're not shooting it, you like to see the effort level. And his tonight has been high.
And they're 1 of 4 here to start the second half.
18 feet out. Up again. Tries yet again. Pass to Whitmore. Beyond the arc. Adams. Great positioning on the putback. Adams has got the lead up to 12 now for the Rockets.
Adams just continuing to grind it out. Outstanding staying after that possession. And then he grabs a second chance deuce. Yeah, starting the half here 1 for 5, and the offense might need an ironing out.
Pass to Thompson. And here's Dumars outside. That doesn't go either for Dumars.
He's not very hard to defend right now. This is when the defense might step back and let him try to find his range.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA chose to extinguish G League Ignite. G League President Sharif Abdul-Rahim says with the changing environment across youth and collegiate basketball, now is the right time to take this step. Kevin, in its short time, the Ignite produced double-digit draftees, so the experiment is a success.
A huge success, DA. Thank you. Screen by Smith. Here's Thompson, and it's Thompson with the jam.
He's got rocket ship-like takeoffs. Thompson can flat out fly.
And DeRozan. Here we go. Levine way outside. Had a chance there to cut it to single digits, but it's off target. Pull-up jumper. And Houston again with the bucket.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Screen by Sabonis. On the wing, Levine. Kings moving the ball around. DeRozan for three. Rebound by Smith. And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for Houston. Just 4 points. That's all they've given up here in the second half. Pass to Smith. And the call will be against Sabonis. That's his first foul.
Yeah, clearly he hadn't established position there.
Substitution for the Rockets. Desmond Bane. Chris Dunn.
1:16 left to play in the third. 5 on the clock. In the corner, it's Bane. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson.
Substitution for your Kings. Arabia. Markel Fultz.
We've got 1:08 left in the third. And there's the call on Amen Thompson. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
1:02 left in the third quarter. Down low. Here's LaRavia.
Locked in on defense. Bane doesn't give an inch.
Great D that time from Bane.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
Yeah, appreciate the work right now on the defensive end.
There's 47 seconds left in the third quarter. Now, here's Dunn. He has yet to score. It's Thompson off the drive. And Thompson slams it home.
Tenacious on the attack. Thompson is fantastic at finding lanes to the basket.
Pass to LaRavia. And it's Houston on the break. And Thompson throws it down.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Here's Fultz. And Levine puts up a deep. Oh, and he beat it.
Did they just do that, Kevin?
They just did. Yeah.
Your Kings.
Wow, what a way to finish up the quarter.
That's an incredible shot there. Just let it fly, take a chance, and somehow that one goes in.
Amen Thompson, he's feeling it tonight, and he has been the driving force for the Houston Rockets. He notched 8 points. And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. Here's Levine. And there's the drive. Can't connect from short range. Rockets leading by 15. And Dumars gets it to go.
Assist from.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
The screen from Thompson. The three. Good, and it's Dumars picking up the assist.
For three.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game. Klay Thompson.
Pass to Levine. Outside DeRozan. Now here's Sabonis. Right wing. 6 on the shot clock. Here's DeRozan. And misses it off the right side of the rim. Here's Smith. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Hey, Greg, where do you think the Rockets are the strongest in their play?
I'd say on the glass. They generally do a good job crashing the boards and going for loose balls. They really value every possession.
And he makes the first. Brent, of all the things I can ask you, I've thought about this one. What would you say is the most important thing a team has to do to be an NBA champion?
Kevin, it's pretty simple. Accept your role. And when that happens, stars will be stars, and role players will be there to support the stars in any way they possibly can. But to accept your role and to sacrifice for the good of the team is going to give you a chance to hold that trophy.
No good from Valanciunas.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Always a good sign of maturity and steps forward when you can take this kind of effort, focus, and concentration on the road to get a win.
And the dunk by Jordan.
It's like he just keeps going up and up. Limitless vertical for MJ.
Outside Dumars. There's the triple. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Stolen by Thompson. Outside Dumars. Smith right side. And stolen by Murray. Outside DeRozan. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So one free throw coming up.
And with his hard-charging style, DeRozan gets himself to the line quite a bit, and it helps that he can finish through contact.
On the free throw, no good. Brent, we know that the NBA can be compared to any league in the world, and it is regarded as the best. But as someone who has won titles like you have, is it world champs, or should we just leave it at NBA champs?
Well, Kevin, it's a really good question, and I don't know what side I lean on. I prefer to talk about being the NBA champs. I mean, out of respect for what the world competitions represent, I think NBA champs is just fine.
The Kings trail by 21. 1 for 3. It's hauled in by Dumars. Stolen by Thompson. Dumars with it. He's picked up by Jordan. And Dumars gets it to go.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for the Rockets.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
So looking at the season total, this will be their 17th win.
And once the horn sounds, they're going to go up 2-0 in the season series.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Amen Thompson.
He affected the game so much with the way he was able to come out and get steals and extra possessions for his team.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Love that the guys are staying aggressive late in this ball game, just not wanting to let go of the rope.
Back to DeRozan. Pass to Valanciunas. Shot clock at 5. Here's Jordan. And slam dunk by Jordan.
The coach is always wanting assisted buckets, especially from bigs like Valanciunas. It's a sign your offense is running well.
Houston in total control. Dunn looking over the floor. And a wide open look for Payne. No good on the triple. And here are the Kings now. The wide open look here for DeRozan. And he knocks down the jumper. 17 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Now Van Vliet. So we see the Rockets taking the win here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that'll do it, folks.